Let's jump right into the modes of the major scale. In the theory of Western music, a mode is a type of musical scale coupled with a set of characteristic melodic behaviors. Modes have been a part of Western musical thought since the Middle Ages and were inspired by the theory of the ancient Greeks. They're useful for anyone interested in theoretical analysis and composition and serve as an indispensable tool for improvisation. You might even say the modes are a fundamental building block of the language of improvisation. When I first started learning the modes, the easiest and best way for me to think about each mode was to relate it to the major scale, both by starting the major scale on a different scale degree than Do, and by altering the mathematical equation of the major scale. So that's how I'll be presenting them here. I'll also give an example of a corresponding chord that might accompany each mode to give a bit of context. If what I just said doesn't make sense, it will become clear once we start going through these. Everything I discuss in this video is covered in a free PDF handout linked in the description below. The first mode of the major scale, Ionian, is exactly the same as the major scale and sounds like this. C Ionian can be played over any permutation of C major 7, like C major, C major 11, C major 6, C major 13, C major 9, C major add 4, etc. Here's C Ionian with solfege.
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do.
The second mode, Dorian, can be thought of as the major scale starting on the second scale degree, or re, or as the major scale with a lowered third and seventh. Dorian sounds like this. D Dorian can be played over all the permutations of D minor 9, as well as D minor sus. Here's C Dorian with solfege.
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, te, do, te, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do.
The third mode, Phrygian, can be thought of as the major scale starting on the third scale degree, or mi, or as the major scale with a lowered second, third, sixth, and seventh. Phrygian sounds like this. E Phrygian is commonly played over an E sus flat 9 chord. If you ever see a sus flat 9 chord, think Phrygian. And here's C Phrygian with solfege.
Do, ra, mi, fa, sol, le, te, do, te, le, sol, fa, mi, ra, do.
The fourth mode, Lydian, can be thought of as the major scale starting on the fourth scale degree, or fa, or as the major scale with a raised fourth. Lydian sounds like this. F Lydian can be played over F major 9 sharp 11. Lydian is great for any major 7 sharp 11 chord. And here's C Lydian with solfege.
Do, re, mi, fi, sol, la, ti, do, ti, la, sol, fi, mi, re, do.
Lydian is also a great substitute for Ionian or major. It's just a slightly more interesting version of that. The fifth mode, Mixolydian, can be thought of as the major scale starting on the fifth scale degree, or so, or as the major scale with a lowered seventh. Mixolydian sounds like this. Mixolydian is dominant in nature, and G Mixolydian can be played over basic dominant chords like G7, G9, G11, and G13. And here's C Mixolydian with solfege.
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, te, do, te, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do.
The sixth mode, Aeolian, is the same as the natural minor scale and can be thought of as the major scale starting on the sixth scale degree, or La, or as the major scale with a lowered third, sixth, and seventh. Aeolian sounds like this. A Aeolian goes well with A minor 7 flat 13. Try saying A Aeolian 10 times fast, or don't. Your call. And now here's C Aeolian with solfege.
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, te, do, te, la, so, fa, mi, re, do.
The seventh and final mode, depending on where you're starting, is Locrian. It can be thought of as the major scale starting on the 7th scale degree, or T, or as the major scale with a lowered 2nd, 3rd, 5th, 6th, and 7th. Locrian has a diminished vibe and sounds like this. Locrian can be played over a half-diminished flat 9 chord. And here's C Locrian with solfege.
Do, ra, mi, fa, se, la, te, do, te, la, se, fa, mi, ra, do.
Definitely a party. And that's it for the modes of the major scale. Any questions or thoughts are welcome in the comments below. And if you thought this video was cool, consider giving it a like or subscribing to our channel. This has been Charlie for 4A Music. Thanks for watching.